Hello everybody, we've got a new old school RuneScape poll, so let's go ahead and vote in this poll. So, old school, new continent, achievement diaries, and poll. So let's go ahead and vote. This poll is consisting of 3 very important updates: the new continent, achievement diaries, and the polling system. So if you want to find out more information on those, click here for my new continent video, here for my achievement diary video. So, question 1. Should they release a gigantic new landmass to the west of Prifidinus? The new continent will contain multiple new towns and races, as well as skilling, PVM and PvP updates and activities. All content which significantly impacts on existing content will be polled separately as they go through the development process. So the basic question is, are we interested in getting a new continent? Personally, I'm kind of interested in getting a new continent, so I'm going to vote yes, but I really do hope they poll everything in this new continent, because it is such a big update. Certain things may not fit the world of current Galenor, but you've got to ask yourself, if they don't fit there, are they suitable for the game? Maybe yes, maybe no. For example, maybe raid bosses. So obviously dungeoneering in RuneScape 3, that was very popular, but do we want something dungeoneering like in this game? Personally, I wouldn't want dungeoneering in this game, but if we are going to get a raid, is it going to be like dungeoneering, or is it going to be something else? So you have a lot of questions to address here, but really, I guess the main thing here is, are we interested in it? And I'm going to vote yes. Question 2. Should they release 10 new achievement diaries that cover Galenor? So I kind of like achievement diaries, and I think they're really good. They said it's easier for them to release 10 in one batch rather than adding them out all at once, and obviously people that have done everything currently have a lot to do after that. Personally, I really do like achievement diaries, and I think I'm going to vote yes, although I think I'd rather them spread out the sort of development and sort of release of all the achievement diaries over the year. Next, question 3. If achievement diaries are introduced, would we like them to release elite achievement diaries? So elite achievement diaries are very high level sort of tasks you can do, and I think that'll be quite good for the game, so I'm going to vote yes. Give a lot of high level players that sort of more end game content. Next, question 4. If achievement diaries are introduced, would we like them to have repeatable tasks which you can gain a small benefit for a limited time which is related to that diary? The small benefit would not be similar to added bonus XP or boosting XP. So do I like the idea of having repeatable tasks? Yes, of course. Obviously make sure that the game always has something to do. But I don't like the idea of having this sort of small benefit. I mean, obviously small benefits are great, but a lot of the time when you come to RuneScape and they are talking about small benefits, I know they've mentioned it won't be XP, but it usually does feel like something that would really boost your XP. I mean, for example, if it's not XP, imagine if they have the Edgefield Furnace, which they'll probably add with achievement diaries, but anyway, imagine if they have like the Edgefield Furnace. That will speed up smithing, a lot of things, so much more. Although that's perhaps a probably bad example, because you can bank everything at Blast Furnace anyway nowadays. So I'm actually going to vote yes on that. I think having repeatable achievements sort of is something useful, and sort of high level players that sort of want some kind of daily system could sort of use that. Next, question 5. Would you like the requirement for a question to pass a poll reduced from 75% to 70%? Please note that this question requires 75% to pass, not 70%. Should this question pass, they'll also be open to repolling all the questions that receive between 70 and 75% in some point in the future. I really believe in the 75%. To me, it's very high, but it's also not really low. If they lower this, I can just imagine in the future they're always going to be lowering it, and it will get to some point where it's not really worth any updates passing. So I'm going to vote no on that. Next, question 6. Would you like an abstain option when voting? This will mean you do not have to vote in every question for a poll. For this to work, they would have to remove the ability to vote through the website. I'd love an abstain option. A lot of the time I sort of voting on things, for example maybe the Shades of Morton things recently, I've thought, I don't really know too much about this, perhaps I could leave these sort of experts to vote on it. Although a lot of the time I really do have my own opinion on it, but I think sometimes just for that added extra it would be nice to have an abstain option, so I'm going to say yes to that. Next, question 7. Would you like the option to change your vote at any time while a poll is open? For this to work, they'll have to remove the ability to vote through the website. Now, it'll be a great option to be able to change your vote at any time sort of when the poll's running. Many people argue that a lot of people will just constantly be changing their vote, or perhaps they'll vote yes and then at the last minute vote no and then it will fail or pass, whatever. Personally, I think most people when they vote, they have a clear idea of what they're voting on, and they don't really change their mind after. A lot of the time you will actually have a strong feeling on what you're voting for, and so no matter what happens, really, no matter if you read something on the forums or Reddit or YouTube, watch them, whatever, you're going to keep the same mindset. Obviously there are a few times where you're unsure or you're not too bothered, but that's when you sort of want an abstain option. But really it's just a really handy feature, and I doubt many people are going to be switching their votes a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and vote yes on that. And finally, question 8. Currently, in order to vote, you need a total level of 280. It can take around 11 hours of gameplay to get a total level of 280. Should they change the requirement to vote to a minimum of 25 hours in-game playtime? For this to work, they would have to remove the ability to vote through the website. Now personally, I kind of think 280 is kind of a nice round number. It allows people that have sort of 1 or 2 skills that are really high to sort of vote, and it also allows a lot of all-rounders to sort of vote in that. Now they're saying here that it takes 11 hours to get 280 total level, but they're also suggesting that they should make it 25 hours gameplay. For me, I don't think this would affect the votes too much. Maybe a few less sort of new players will vote when they don't know what's going on, but really most people that come to this game know what this game is about. There's not many new players on Old School. So for that I'm going to actually vote yes. And then we'll go ahead and vote. Thank you for voting. So far we've had 16,045 votes. 90.3% want a new continent to be added with sort of all these sort of continent things. 87% want achievement diaries to be released into Galenor. 80.7% want elite achievement diaries to be introduced. 55.5% want repeatable tasks in achievement diaries. 63.3% want the requirement to pass a poll to be reduced to 70%. 70.2% want an abstain option when they're voting. 59% want an option to change your vote at any time during the poll. And 75.1% want to change the requirement to vote from 280 total level to 25 total hours in game. So this is quite an interesting poll. It looks like we're going to be removing the website feature soon, but hopefully we'll still be able to view what the polls are on the website. It's really useful when you're on the forums. I'm quite interested that quite a low percent want to have their vote changed, and the fact that the abstain option isn't passing. I'm happy that the 75% to 70% to pass a poll is not even at 70%, and I'm interested that not many people want the repeatable achievement diary tasks. Perhaps they think it's going to reduce their reward after completing the whole diary, or perhaps they think that the benefit of doing these repeatable tasks will just stack up and become something massive that they can just farm. Obviously, elite achievement diaries, and the new continent seem quite popular, so I think that this is quite a good poll, and I'm quite happy with this results. Obviously, we've only had 16,045 votes at the moment. If you've not voted in this poll so far, go ahead and vote in it, either in the poll booths or on the website oldschool.runescape.com. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share, and if you want to keep up to date with Old School RuneScape updates, dev blogs and polls, please subscribe. I've been Lewis, thanks for watching, goodbye.